Anyways, I started a stream, so go. Also, just to let you guys know, I'm sick. So that's why I haven't been streaming in a while, and also I've had to do a lot of school junk, which is gay. But now I'm back and I'm doing another stream. Jallian and Ben are here, but Jallian's AFK as always. So yeah. Anyways, also, I haven't made a video on the, January, Snow Day prize map. I was going to make a really light video on it, similar to what I did with the Festivus prize map, but since I've already completed it, and I've done all of the character challenges for Snow Day, I felt like it was unnecessary to, so, but, you know, I will do a video on the, Valenbrains prize map, which will be coming out on February 3rd. I'll be doing a video on that as soon as it comes out, hopefully. So, yeah. Anyways, for those who are uneducated, PopCap recently did a live stream, it was on Friday, about information about the new update. And I'm already being sniped by an all-star. Yeah, they did a stream talking about the, information for the, February update. Well, actually, it's not going to be the February update. They're actually going to be releasing the balancing update on Tuesday, which will still be during this month. So, yeah. Okay, I don't know how this guy ain't dead, but it got shared. Anyway, so, yeah. We might as well talk about the biggest thing, which is they gave us some information about the wizard that's going to be coming in March. During the Luck of the Zombie event. Basically, the wizard is at least from the way they described one of his abilities, he's most likely going to be a support character, since, I mean, what else would the wizard be? He doesn't seem like he'd be a defense character or an attack or an assault character, so he's probably going to be support. They said that they gave us some information about one of his abilities, and one of them is going to be a bit similar to Arcane Enigma, which he'll turn into a ball, and he'll be able to attach himself to other, teammates, and he'll, the way that PopCap described it, he'll give them, like, he'll give them new abilities and attributes and stuff that they wouldn't have if they weren't if the wizard wasn't attached to them, which is actually really cool, because it actually gives you an incentive to play support with that character. Yeah, so that's, cool beans. God, man, sucks. I don't know why I'm playing Cactus. Surprised I'm not doing that bad, even though I'm sick. Anyways, so, that's really cool. They didn't give us any other information about him. They're probably gonna give us more information about him the next live stream they do, which could very well be in February. Since, I mean, that would just make sense, you know. But another thing they talked about is the new map that's going to be coming in February. Now, I'm not sure if the new map will be coming out along with the prize map, which will be coming out on February 3rd, or if it's going to come out like with, frickin', Ooze of War. Like with Ooze of War, where it came out before the prize map started. At least I think that's what happened with Ooze of War. It could come out on February 1st, and if it doesn't, then it'll come out on February 3rd when the prize map starts, which, I mean, hey, you know, it'd be in my best interest and in a perfect world for it to come out on February 1st, but whatever. So yeah, they gave us a lot of information about the new map. They even, walked around it and showed us, things about the map, which I was just expecting them to just, like, show us screenshots of it, but no, I hate the space station, but no, they actually gave us, gameplay of it. They didn't, like, do any of the objectives on it. They just kind of walked around the map and, showed us things about it. So we don't really know what the objectives are going to be like, we just know what the map is going to look like. So, take with that what you will. It's also going to be connected to the, secret plant base that the, Bitter Dill and the Bomb Gargantua were talking about in the lobbies for the plants and the zombies in Giddy Park. Which, now that, you know, the new map is coming out, they'll probably remove those 2 NPCs by the time that, they release a new map, since, like, why would they keep them if the new map is already out, since they didn't really serve any purpose other than to tell us about that. So, yeah, it would be kind of pointless. Yeah. Well, anyways, can you let me do commentary, shall you? God. So yeah, speaking of the so the final objective, or what I presume will be the final objective, is going to be in a barn, and there's like a little area that the zombies can open, where they'll actually be able to go into the secret plant base. But PopCap described it as not a secret base, and more of just a relaxation place for the plants, where like they get like, I don't know, like mud baths and massages, which I think is actually kind of cool, since, like, you know, of course the zombies would be dumb enough to think that's a secret base. God. Oh hell no, I ain't finding the super ones. Yeah, it's like an old-timey sort of place. Oh god! No! Space Cadet! Why are you even over here? This is our spawn! Ah! That was gay. Anyways, so, I don't really know what else to say. I guess I might as well also talk about the February prize map, which will be the Valenbrains prize map. PopCap actually showed us the full prize map, which will actually be using a different layout than the past ones. You know, just kind of be all over the place. They showed yeah, don't spoil it. So PopCap showed us the prize map, and it's actually going to have a legendary corn skin on it, which will be the 100% completion reward, I assume, and also another version of it, like the other prize maps. But the special thing about it is that if you go on the path to get the corn costume, which will actually be a cool-looking samurai costume for corn, which I actually think looks really nice. There will be a legendary upgrade to go with it, which you don't actually have to put the upgrade on with the costume. It just goes with the costume, so you can run it on it with any sort of customization kind of set you want. And what it does is it basically makes corn work like commando corn minus the splash damage, which I think is really cool, and what I presume, due to this, what the other legendary upgrades will be like, where the legendary upgrades will work kind of like how the variants in the past games did. So, for example, we could get, I don't know, a legendary upgrade for Sunflower that turns her into Alien Flower, or a legendary upgrade for Pea Shooter that turns his primary into Commando Pea. You know, we could get stuff like that, since the legendary upgrade changed Corn's primary a ton, and it also gave him a shield. I hate this Space Cadet. But yeah, it also gave him a shield, which, he could put up similar to Citron's, and when he put it up, it would just act like Citron's shield. I mean, no dip. So yeah, that was really cool. It actually gives me an incentive to complete this one, other than a cool-looking customization, which, I mean, I've already completed all the prize maps up until now. So yeah. And I think that's... God! Probably shouldn't be recording this since I'm sick, but whatever, I'll, you know, do it for the sake of knowledge. So that's everything about Valenbrains update that we know, at least from what I heard. So next next up is March after February, since I mean that's how time works. March will give us the Wizard Zombie, which there was no set release date on when he's gonna come out in March. They just said he's gonna come out during March. Actually, wait, I already talked about the Wizard Zombie, so well, I already started talking about him, so I might as well just elaborate on him more. So, the Wizard Zombie will be a support character, and he'll have one ability that'll allow him to attach himself to his other teammates, providing them with buffs. So it's basically going to be the new, girlfriend meta, which if you don't know what that is when someone staples themselves next to another person for the entire round. That was the only ability that they gave us context as to what it was going to do. Hold up. Yeah, so that was the only ability they gave us context as to what it was going to do. I assume that you'll only be able to attach yourself to someone for a limited amount of time, since if you were just able to keep yourself on someone for the entire round, then I think that would be a bit stupid, and I think that would also be a bit unfair, since you're basically just providing a permanent buff to someone for the entire round. And again, the way they described it, they didn't really tell us whether or not you'd be able to, like, kill the wizard when they were on it, or how big the, orb that you would attach to the other person is. They just told us the general gist of what the ability was going to do, which I think they should have at least given us maybe, like, some gameplay of the ability, so at least we know what it, like, you know, more context about it. But hey, that's just me. So that's about it. Yeah, so, new prize map, epic. New legendary upgrade for Corn, also epic. New Wizard Zombie coming in March, even more epic. Yeah, so just a bunch of epic stuff. I also guess I might as well elaborate on some of the balancing changes they said was going to happen, and the new patch, which will be in, which will actually be next Tuesday. So in like 3 days, I think it's going to come out. Basically, what it's going to do is it's going to, well, I'll just say it. What it's going to do is it's basically going to make it so you cannot snipe as every character, which you would go, oh great, that's awesome. You know, how did they change the, damage drop-off? Damage drop-off. Yeah, that's the key word. It's not actually gonna be what we all kind of wanted it to be. Now, I'm in no way saying that this won't be a good update, so I think it'll hinder, you know, sniping with every single character a bit, but keyword again, a bit. Since what they said is it's going to be more of a damage arc than damage drop-off, which will mean that, I guess we might as well use, like, I don't know, Soldier as an example. If you're trying to aim at someone, then your shots will actually, go towards the ground, making it so you can't snipe them unless you aim up and actually aim your shots, which I think is kind of stupid. I think that it should have just been damage drop-off, just like with Garden Warfare 1 and Garden Warfare 2. Usually, it would be a case of, well, BFN is a lot different than Garden Warfare 1 and Garden Warfare 2, so it wouldn't really work. But in this case, damage drop-off is a thing for just about every single FPS game. And it's a thing that makes it so you can't snipe with every character. It's not supposed to be a thing where, oh, you just have to aim up a bit to snipe with every character. It should just be normal damage drop-off, and I don't know why they decided to complicate it so much. They literally just could have made it so you do less damage the further away someone is. I think that would have just been simply better. But no, they had to complicate it, and usually I respect PopCap and the team behind BFN for what they're doing, since if you don't know, they are working a lot on BFN to try and make it as good as a game as it can be. But they're also not perfect, and they're also not subjective to not being criticized. This is a moment where I can definitely criticize them, since it seems like this will basically, you know, it'll make it so you just have to aim up a bit to snipe with every character. Which, yes, means that you can still technically snipe with Chomper with a slobber shot, you just have to aim up a bit more. Which, again, I think is stupid. I don't know why this guy is on me, like, can you go away? But anyways, so, yeah. That's just my stupid opinion. They're also going to be nerfing Rose along with a bunch of other characters like All-Star. But the main one that I'm excited for is Rose. Or I would have been if I figured out that they did more with her. Now, great, my headset is dying. That means I'm gonna have to stop the stream. But I think I already explained the new update's good enough, so just enjoy the rest of this silent commentary since my headset, you know, wants to die on me. And yes, I do have a headset to where I need to charge it. Why you would ever make a headset that you need to charge? That question is probably one that you will have to ask to Jesus. And even then, he might not know the answer.